All people come to him, come to the way of Sultan al-Anbiya, most honored one and most glorified one, most praised one in divine presence, Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Especially and those who came also from Manchester, and those who are aware, however they came around, especially Spanish, Holland, Germany, France, from the sending this is servant. Whatever happens in Tariqah, God put it in your heart. Everything is, there is wisdom. And everything is what Allah wants to happen. What Allah wants to happen. We are not running after any wealth. We are running after teaching, education, enlightenment. And I know with the presence of Allah and blessing, He is present with us, but they are arrived in the presence of the Lord, provided, and from whatever they are provided, So that's why the Prophet said, that my death is more strong for you than my life. Because whatever is blessed in the Hayat al-Barzakhiya, Allah blesses the Ummah. That's why He observes us what we are doing. So every blessing, every word, it was going to say according to what Allah made, how He made to run in the ocean is going to run. ما كل ما يتمناه المرء يدركه تجري الرياح بما لا تشتهي السفن. Not everything that you like or you want to happen will happen. The boats sail according to the wind. So whenever Allah sends the wind, we are moving, all of us, one by one, around this dunya. It's Allah's will. It's like someone, the best example is Saftar here. The best example that I used to give is that when you are in a plane, when you are in a plane, the plane take off and it land. You cannot change its course. It take off, it land. But inside the plane you can talk, you can speak, you can give a lecture, you can eat, you can dance, you can whatever. But at the end you are going to go to your destiny. So this dunya, you can do whatever you want, but at the end it's landing. Landing where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants it to land. So there is, Allah created dunya from day of creation to day of landing. In between, Allah gave the creation a chance to see what they can do for Him. And Allah is not, you are doing Him a favor, you are doing to yourself a favor. in following Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's order through the Holy Quran and through the Holy Hadith. I'm not eligible to speak to you. I say to myself always, I'm eligible to be by the door polishing the shoes. Not more than that. When I went to United States, 1990, by order of Maulana Shaykh, he said, go, and Allah sent people, will bring people to Tariqah, not only in the United States, but everywhere around the world. We went from east to west and west to east. And I went, and alhamdulillah, people coming to Maulana Shaykh, and this was the main goal, is that to bring more and more people to the right way. So when I used to go to university to give a lecture, I tried to say I don't deserve to be here and to be on the podium and to speak. They laugh at me. The people who's around me, they say, don't say that. These people, they don't understand. You have to say you are a PhD. If you are a PhD, you are a master, you are a master, you have experience, you are this, you are that. They want a CV of what you have achieved. When the one who introduce you according to your CV, they say, oh, this one must be something great. It's not a coffee talk. People are fed up with coffee talk. They put pictures in the coffee talks. Pictures. Like very famous journals or designers and whatever, or newspapers. No, you have to put your CV. Now I feel when I go to a university or give a speech with Maulana's Barakah, all this is Maulana's Barakah. There is nothing without Maulana's Barakah. Of course, it is Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam Barakah, is Allah's mercy. But the way, the guidance, the door is Maulana Shaykh. I coming from a very high family in Lebanon, very well known, running the religious affair of Lebanon before, not now. Now they passed away. My cousin, late Mufti, was my cousin. So we are coming from a wealthy family and at the same time a very educated family. But all of them, they follow Grand Shaykh and Maulana Shaykh with all their knowledge. I was telling a story that my uncle was one of the biggest scholars in the Middle East, like how they call Yusuf Qardawi now. He was higher than that. He put a dictionary on the letter of Alif, 27 volumes. On the letter of Alif, it's 27 volumes, every volume is at least 1,000 pages. He's proud of his education, his knowledge. He memorized Quran when he was 6 years of age. He's intelligent. We try to take him to Grand Shaykh many times. My knowledge exceed any knowledge. Finally, he agreed. After many years. So we took him after like 15 years of pushing him. When he came to greet the Sheikh, Maulana, out of his adab, he stood up. Grand Sheikh Shahab, my father. And Maulana Sheikh Nazim took his hand, not Maulana, sorry, my uncle took his hand, shake it. Like that. Don't spoil that. Shake it. Hello, how are you? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Grand Sheikh gave a lecture without preparation, anything, 3 hours.
SubhanAllah.
And we have to go. He said, no, you have to eat. So we ate with my uncle. And on the way going out, he kissed his hand and he touched his feet. For Maulana, it's no problem. For us, it was astonishing. You were rejecting any alim. You were rejecting everyone. How? And Maulana did not study, but is a fountain of knowledge. He said, I put in my heart 7 questions that I'm going to ask him about them. If he knows the answer, I will surrender. If he doesn't know the answer, he is like the others. One of them is the greatest name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What is the greatest name of Allah that all prophets asked for it and Allah gave it to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Sayyidina Musa wants it, Sayyidina Ibrahim wants it, all of the prophets. So he said that he gave me the answers of my 7 questions that no one knows except myself in his lecture.
SubhanAllah.
Answered my questions completely. And not, this is alim. He can balance what he is saying and put it in Sharia wise, how it looked. And in Tasawwuf wise, because he was very educated in Tasawwuf and in language and in Sharia. He said, whenever I put it in Tasawwuf or Sharia, or I found that he gave more and more knowledge. So on every word or sentence, I can make a book. That's what he was saying. So, in the West, we go back. But before we go back, I will tell that story, but remind me in the West how we have to deal with people. One time, Grand Sheikh telling that story, and I heard it from Maulana Sheikh Nazim also, because he was there translating. One lady, Grand Sheikh used to have every time after Zuhur or after Asr, Majlis Ulama, Association of Ulama, Grand Sheikh. They come, they know he doesn't read, he reads, but he's not doing it daily, but we used to call, he used to call himself illiterate. But subhanAllah, the ilm that he has, immense. So, a lady came to him. He said, from England, an old lady. And she came inside, and all these ulama sitting, listening to his lecture, to his advice. And this lady came as the customs in the West. they don't kiss you, your hand, they kiss your cheeks. So she came, on front of all these ulama, she came to Shaykh, she kissed his cheeks. She is British with her hat, big one, that, that had flowers and so on. And she said to him in front of everyone, and Maulana Shaykh Nazim was translating. That's why Maulana said to me, teach Shaykh Muhammad, give him experience. He doesn't have enough experience. Because he didn't sit with Grand-Shaykh or with his father. We were elder. Difference between me and Muhammad. He's 57 now, I am 69. Say 70, 13 years. I am with Maulana Shaykh when he was young. So, teach me, she said, teach me from, you have taught my friend in India. In front of all these scholars, already scholars, I don't know what happened to them when they ran to the restaurants, but according to them it was not unacceptable and not expected that a lady come and kiss one of the ulama and kiss Maulana Shaykh. And she said, teach me what you told the Indian lady. Everyone. And Maulana said, what is your story? She said, oh teacher, guru. They don't know. They know guru. Oh my guru. I want to be like her. He said, inshallah. He didn't say no. The ulama asked her through Maulana translation to what the Grand-Shaykh Maulana Shaykh did for her friend, lady friend. She said that long time ago I received a letter from India to England. No address, only my name, post India, no return address. Asking me, a lady introducing herself and asking me to accept her belief. I don't know, no address, nothing. So I kept the envelope. After 2-3 months, another letter. Same thing. After 1 year, same. After 2 years, the envelope came with an address. I said, good, to myself. She took a flight to India, to that address, to find that lady. She reached, but through difficulties, going into jungles. And they took that address. There was a lady there, her daughter, the daughter of the lady. She said, my mother died. But she left you. She told me, one day you will come, one day you will deliver this envelope. She opened the envelope. She looked, written there, I entered in Islam. You also, it is written for you to be a Muslim. On the hands of Shaykh Abdullah ibn Islam, who is living in Sham. And this is his address. The daughter never opened the letter, was amazed, because her mother never went to Sham. The ulama were amazed from the story, because never Maulana went to India. The lady didn't come to Sham, Maulana didn't go to India. But the daughter said, she used to say, there is someone coming and teach her Islam. Every week, coming, or using another word, coming and teaching Islam. That was Shaykh Abdullah. So means he was coming with a heavenly way. Means Tayyul Makan, Tayyul Zaman. By speed of thinking, not speed of light even. Thinking, to be there, they be there. One time he explained it. He said, when Allah wants a wali to move, Tayyul Zaman or Tayyul Makan, move in space, he takes out his body, put in his soul, then move with the soul speed. We are now soul in body, in the body, which is a cage. But for them it's free. They are free from that cage, from that prison. So they put the body in the soul and they move in the speed of the soul. He was coming to me in such a way. He was coming to this, Maulana was explaining later, and this is how he brought that lady down into Islam, and there are many cases like that. So all these ulama were so surprised that for them, Shaykh Abdullah doesn't know knowledge as much as them, but for reality, he knows more than what they know. Because whenever they ask him about a fatwa, he gives it. It's from the heart to the heart. Qalbi sabila, Prophet said. From heart to heart, complete connection. So today, you have to make a CV for people to understand that where you stand and to accept what you say as an academician or not. But they don't know that there is another knowledge that goes to the heart. So when I used to say to them, oh, I don't deserve to be on this podium, it doesn't make sense to them. So we begin to make CV. Now they are fed up with my CV because it's 20 pages. Usually the CV is 2-3 pages, 4 pages. But I learned the way. So, as much as you have made lectures and articles and research and discussions and politics, and then they consider you know. That's how we were able to reach those who are difficult to reach, like politicians, like presidents, like ministers, in order that to take advice from us on Islam and on Iman and on Tasawwuf. Yani, there are things which I cannot say, but it made a big impact to stop the violence in the Middle East. I don't want to say more than that, but this word is enough. To the work that we did and some ways that we advised. So, Grand Sheikh, my uncle said, I would put books on his lectures. So, If you go to Maulana Sheikh Nazim's house in Damascus, you will see a huge library of manuscripts. All of that he was reading. He is not illiterate. He is very educated in the Hanafi school of thought. He is considered one of the imams of the Hanafi school of thought. It's not the coffee talk. The coffee talk, it's okay, make people happy, but it's not ilm. It's whatever comes to the mind, you speak. No backing it up with what you need to back it up, with footnotes. So, when you have when the shuyukh support you, you be under their observance. There was one conference in Chicago, that's one of the examples. 30,000 people. Every year they have this conference. At that time when I went, it was 30,000 people. I brought with me all these booklets that we made on permissibility of Mawlid and intercession and tasawwuf. And we put them in a booth where we rented from the conference organizers. And we were giving them free. They came, the organizers, they said we have to close this booth because they are not from Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, they are on the other side. They said you have to close the booth. I said no. They called me, I was busy. They said they want to close our booth. So I came to the security. I said, you have no right to speak with us. We have a contract. If anyone wants to speak with me, bring your chairman here. No. They called the police. Police cannot do anything because you have a contract and you are not breaking the law, you are distributing. So the chairman of the conference, of this big organization, he's originally either Sudan or Yemen, but mostly Sudan. He came to me, he said, come to me, we'll discuss it in my office. In the hotel where they are, in the convention center where they are doing the event. And he said, look, I am Sufi, and you are Sufi. So for Allah's sake, we take it. I said, Subhanallah, how much you are hypocrite. You admit you are Sufi, and you want to close it. Instead, you have to advertise it. I will not close it. I will keep giving these pamphlets until they finish. Then all his the organizers, they said, what is this? Everyone, you are on the tongue of everyone. Everyone loves you. You made us nothing. One Egyptian scholar, I said, I think you have to speak to my master. He said, where is your master? I speak with him. I said, he is in Middle East. Now might be Cyprus or England or somewhere, I don't know. That was 1994, 95. I will not close it. Then this Abdullah, what was his name?
Adawi? No.
No. Abdullah something. Chairman of Islam, Islamic Society of North America, is famous. When they knew Ashik al-Rasul is part of us, they told him, pack and go. He said, you pay my money, I pack and go. If you don't pay my money, I'm not going. I have a contract with you, they paid me. So, I said to you, I close it, but tomorrow I'm going to open it. So in that moment, one lady came, her husband is famous in America. I know him very well. She said, you are like a spotlight. Why you come here? I said, ask your husband who stayed in my father's home for 2 nights when there was war in Lebanon. I know him. I know her. I don't know her, I know him. She didn't know that I know when he was young. He used to come, his friend of my brother, Ahmad Sakr, used to come to stay with us. She kept quiet. So, Maulana's power is with everyone. Because his power is coming from Prophet. So when it comes from Prophet, there's no way to break it. So if we unite, now this stick, anyone can break it. But if there are 100 sticks, you cannot break it. If they unite and keep this, we say, childish act. We stop our childish act, going from one place to another. Your emperor, your this, your inspector is I work, your emperor is Shaykh Muhammad. Yeah, why you are doing this questioning for pushing people for what reason? It's enough one time, and that's it. People know, they are not stupid. They know that 2 million murids around the world, if we want to count Indonesia, Indonesia alone is 1.5 million. And all of that is through our work for 17 years I'm volunteering. 2 million murids, not even 1 minute clip they have to believe. Where is Maulana's way? Grand Sheikh, the Sunnah of Prophet is to keep the will all the way through. Like, well, for example, there is here one studying Islamic religion. If you are a Sheikh in Shafi'i school, or Maliki, or Hanafi, or they want to give you a certificate. Now they give you PhD doctor. But before it was a certificate that has to be coming all the way from Imam Shafi'i. It has to be from Sheikh to Sheikh. All the Sheikh has, their names has to be mentioned. And then they tell you, it's correct. And then they tell you, or Hanafi school, or Maliki school, all of them same. Tell you what you studied, everything in details. Here, Grand Sheikh Sharafuddin gave Grand Sheikh a will. In detail. And Grand Sheikh gave a will to, he wrote his will before he died in detail. How many have of this, how many he has of this, to give his wife this, to give his daughter this, to give his grandchildren this, to give the murids what they have to give, to keep the zawiya open, to who spend on the zawiya, who will pay money from the money that he's giving. He detailed everything. Who are the successors? He didn't have one, he had 3. He didn't say one higher than the other. He said 3. Of course, Maulana will kiss his feet and the earth that is under his feet. It's honor for us. But this does not mean you exclude who, by order of Prophet to Grand Sheikh, to Maulana Sheikh Nazim, to have them there. No one can abrogate them. This mentality is a childish mentality. Like 2 children fighting with each other, who will take the toy from the other hand? And the inspector is the mother or the father, inspects what is happening. And now they put for us an inspector in Germany.
Lutfi Khater.
We don't know what's his background. Who is appointed? Who is appointing them? The one that Maulana appointed him as inspector? Who is inspector? Inspector are the wali, are awliya Allah. Check on their murids, on their followers. The sheikh is the inspector, he doesn't need inspector. You bring an inspector which is dancing and playing. What is this? This is tariqah. So the sheikh has to put a will describing everything. So a reporter came to Maulana and asked him 2 questions. This is before the first time sick, 4 years ago. He said, what will happen to this Zawiya after you? He said, nothing. It will be the same. What is it now? You get vegetables, you get head, you get leg, feet, what you call the feet, hoofs and leg, and hoofs and head, and vegetables, make soup, they drink, they pray, they go. So they do the same thing. There's nothing going to change from that. He didn't say teaching. He didn't say teaching. He didn't say to continue the line. So that, which one video clip, half a minute even, not more than half a minute. For 2 million people, only half minute. I know there is a will, Maulana wrote, but where is it? They hide it. So then the reporter asked him, what will happen? Okay, they eat vegetable and hoof and head, and what to happen to the tariqah after Yani? What? He didn't say, I have a successor. He said, the world is big. Everyone is going to find someone that he likes and follow. So, dunya is not going. Tariqah is moving. That is said by Maulana Shaykh to a reporter, which we were able to get the clip. So we will be broadcasting it, inshallah. So, whatever they say about Shaykh Muhammad, he is this, he is that, now is making him to be, might be after a while, I don't know, he doesn't like that. I spoke with him 2-3 days ago. I said, look what they are saying. He doesn't like, he said, I told my brother not to interfere and speak on my behalf. So, I said, you have to clear it. Now, whatever they say about Shaykh Muhammad, of this or that title, I love him. He is a respected person. He is sincere, he's pious. He doesn't like this. So, but unfortunately, we have this misery that's going on from shaitan, from divisions and so. So, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us and to forgive them and guide us and guide Baha'u'ddin to understand that nothing by force. ما أخذ بالقوة لا يسترد إلا بالقوة. Whatever you take by force, you cannot take it back except by force. So we are trying to fix and balance the beliefs of the murid. They tell you, this way is London. You say, no, I want this way. They are diverting us to a wrong place. You are losing the way to London because they divert you this way. When they say diversion, divert. So they have to be careful. And today they send on the internet a picture of them making like that. What they said?
Allah is with us, don't worry.
Allah
We cannot be intimidated.
Don't intimidate us. This is Tariqah. This is children. They are in Tariqah shuyukh, yes. Of course. They are like lions. They give from Maulana's hand. Known and unknown. May Allah keep us with them.
Ameen.
I think we are late. I am running up.